This is the video on EEGs. An EEG is an electroencephalogram, or a recording of the electrical impulses of the brain. The electrodes are placed on the scalp in a certain order and are connected to each other in a certain order. There can be up to 128 electrodes placed, but the most recognized method is called the 10-20 system. This refers to either 10% or 20% of the distance from front to back, nasion to inion, or left to right. The electrodes are labeled according to the position on the head. F refers to frontal, P to parietal, O to occipital, T for temporal, and C for the central or across the top coronal position of the skull. Z is also used to refer to the sagittal position on the skull. Numbers are assigned to the positions as well, with even numbers on the right and odd numbers on the left. So, for the parietal lobe, there's the PZ lead, the P3 lead, and the P4 lead. It must be remembered that the electrode does not record the brain underneath itself. It records the brain activity between itself and another electrode. The way the electrodes are connected is called a montage. A referential montage takes the electrodes of interest and compares them to the same reference electrode, usually the ear on the opposite side. Another montage is to connect the electrodes along one side of the head to each other in a bipolar chain. This would connect the FP1 to the F3, to the C3, to the P3, to the O1 electrodes down the side of the head. This bipolar chain can be connected to a chain of the other side connected in the opposite direction to form a circumferential, halo, or hat band montage. This is FP1 to F7 to T3 to T5 to O1 to O2 to T6 to T4 to F8 to FP2. A double banana montage connects across the sides of the head. This connects FP3 to F7 and F3, F7 to T3 to T5 to O1, and F3 to C3 to P3 to O1. The other banana connects the right side in the same way. The EEG records the brainwave patterns. There are 4 different waves seen in the EEG. These are the beta, alpha, delta, and theta waves. The beta wave is fast and small, about 40 to 30 Hz, and is seen when the person is awake with normal alertness. The alpha wave is somewhat slower and larger. It is 9 to 13 Hz and is seen when a person is relaxed both mentally and physically but might be drowsy. The theta wave is next, somewhat slower, at 4 to 8 Hz. Here the person has reduced consciousness and is considered in light sleep or deep meditation. The delta wave is slower and larger still at about 4 Hz. Here the person is in a state of deep sleep. The delta and theta waves are considered slow wave sleep. REM sleep resembles beta activity. When put all together, the normal EEG looks like this. Not that easy to read. Seizures look very different. The brainwaves become synchronized and disrupt the normal pattern of activity. The EEG has been an important tool in diagnosing seizure activity. This ends the video on EEGs.